walk down to St Peters Church in Wolfhampcote and go and have a look. Nice walk with the dog. Prince doing now? Come on. Quick. Might take a while to get there at this rate. Prince. Having a wee everywhere he goes. Day today as well. 28 degrees. So I thought 10 minutes for it's too hot. Just take the distance of the dog coming up the water. This way. Hiya. So Joe try and run after the dog. Prince. Tighten his lead a little bit, just in case. And I'm sure they'd run off, but that's what I'm going to need is Prince having a fight with the sheep. I've got to try and remember which way the church is. I'm saying hello to you, Prince. too far from the church now, probably a couple of minute walk. It was a bit longer though. Let's get through this gate. Wait. Prince. Wait. That was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. So somebody says, where are we walking today? So we're walking down to St Peters Church in Wolfhampcote, and it's quite an old church. It's really nice and peaceful, so I thought it'd be a nice little walk for Prince before it gets too hot later. Wear him out a little bit. He likes his little walks. He also likes to sniff everything. Come on. So I don't know if you can just see the church in the background there. That's where we're heading for. And apparently it's quite famous. So trying to see if you've been to that part of the UK. So it's in, I'm not sure if it's classed as Warwickshire or Northamptonshire. I think it's classed as Warwickshire, but it's kind of on the border, so not far from Dunchurch and Rugby. But yeah, it's a nice little place to visit. Apparently you can camp in this church as well. I don't know how, I'll try and find the details and put them up. So I read it accommodates up to 12 people, so you can have, they put little beds out and you can have tea and coffee and stuff. So this is the Bring Light Back to St Peters window project. So what's happening? Friends of St Peters Wolfhampcote are fundraising with support from the church's conservation trust to replace the tired polycarbonate windows in the church with stained glass to bring back light and joy to this historic landmark. So there's a QR code there, and there's some little pictures, examples of the stained glass windows, the new designs that they're going to be doing. And here it says the church is cared for by the Conservation Trust. Although no longer needed for regular worship, it remains a consecrated building, a part of England's history, maintained for the benefit of the future generations. If the church is locked, the key may be borrowed from the hall or the old vicarage beyond. So, yeah, Prince, let's go in and have a look. Prince. So it says, enjoy the weather today, bank holiday, it's the last one before Christmas. Oh, it's quite scary when you say that, because I don't know where this year's gone. It's just gone really fast. A massive tree there. I was talking about trees yesterday with one of my boat neighbours, saying, is it weird to hug a tree? I don't know, I quite like it. It does do something. De-stresses. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Some of these headstones are really old. So I did have some facts about this church, and it's a Grade 2 protected building. They closed it down for a period of time just after the Second World War, and it sits on land basically which is also protected, and this is the missing village. So apparently years ago, in times of the plague, Black Death, so many people from this village died that they just buried over it in the end, and you can still see the mounds. So yeah, we've had a delivery of water. Yeah, it's got a really peaceful feeling here. Some little headstones. If you can see the top of it. It's nice little hidden little corners. Turn that around. Yeah. So I don't know if you got to hear any of my facts that I just read out, or whether I actually cut everybody off, because I couldn't actually see. But I did just trip up a headstone, which was probably very inappropriate of me. And some facts. Basically, we was just saying you can obtain the key and you can book to stay here for groups of 12 people, which would make a very interesting stay. I don't know if I would want to stay overnight in a church. As lovely as it looks in the daytime, I think it would freak me out, to be fair. There you go, Prince. I know they do some concerts in there sometimes as well, because me and Raymond drove up one of the days, and they a light concert. So basically they'd lit loads of candles and there was music and stuff. So don't wee on a grave. But yeah, it's quite pretty. So it is a Grade 2 protected building. It's had lots of work done. In the 1950s, vandals stole all the lead, and the bell also was removed in the 1950s, which is a shame because it would have been quite nice to hear the bell. A lot of churches have lost their bells, haven't they? I've read that the other day, so I don't know what that's all about. But it's some beautiful grounds, really nice place to come for a walk. It's just really peaceful. So that's some history of where I'm at, not far on the Canal Boat. So we do like to have a little wonder about what's nearby, and if we can find any local facts. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed the church. I'm just going to have a look if I can see where the mounds are, where they buried over the church during the plague. Some massive trees. So I think these are the protected fields. I don't know how. Some horses in there, but I don't know if you can see just how long There's an old country track, leads down into the village of Bournemouth. I have driven down here and I wouldn't recommend it. The road's pretty bad, to be fair. And even more worse than the roads is the cows. They're lovely to look at, but when they're getting really close up to the car, it's a little bit scary. If you can see that sunshine coming through the trees there, it does look lovely. Should we have a little walk down, Prince, see if we can see some of the mounds of the buried village? And then we'll walk back before it gets too hot for you. It's still weeing on everything. So you can see these are the tracks for the car. Like I said, I have walked down here and they are really bad. I don't know if you can see just how hilly this is. It's like a collapsed wall or something there. But yeah, empty tree, the church from a different angle. It does look really nice. So this little man needs to let everyone know he's been around. He definitely does do that. Where are you going? So for anyone that watched us last week and he got stuck in a swamp, no, he doesn't listen to a word I say. He does his own thing. So this is part of the, I believe, part of the buried village. And this is the road. It does get a lot worse than this. The further you go down, the worse the road gets. But there are, I don't know if you can quite make out in the video, but there's a herd of cows down there and I'm a little bit scared of cows. So I'm not going to go any further down that way. Come on, Prince. Should we go back? Come back this way. Good boy. So many sheep about, and I don't know what it'd be like with them. I'm sure it'd be fine, but it only takes one moment, doesn't it? Come on, Trouble. Horses up in the field. Oh, car coming down. He's brave. And she's brave, coming down this way. It's on the edge. Wait. Wait. Nice car. Hope it makes it to the other side in one piece. Really brave, going down that dodgy track. weeing again. You can't just lie there. And we got to go. Are you tired already? Come on. Good boy. Is it getting too warm? Just had a really good run yesterday. And now I think he's just refusing to leave. Mm-hmm. See it there. Come on. Maybe you can see that over there. It's a bit of an abandoned building that's fallen down. I wonder if that was part of the church or if that's part of the buried village. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments and let me know. But yeah, it does look like potentially could have been part of the old church, maybe. I have absolutely no idea, so I might just completely made that up. Could just be an old cowshed. Who knows? Nice house, whoever lives there. I love all the old farmhouses. If I won the lottery, I think I'd be stuck whether I'd buy a really nice farmhouse or a cottage by the sea. That's annoying everybody else's dogs. Somebody's dog's had a poo and they've just left it. That's disgusting. It irritates me when people do that. Especially right where the sheep are as well. What's up? Vince! Oh my god, that freaks me out. So sheep just come running straight out of the bushes. And Vince ran towards it. Mind you, he does look like a sheep, so maybe he thinks he is one. Can't chase the sheep. Really nice farmhouse over there. You wore yourself out now, aren't you, chasing after the sheep? Oh, stop pulling. Prince. Some else for him to pee on. Another car coming down. Yeah, there are quite a few cars coming down here, really. A nice car. Sheep sat under the tree, having a little rest. And then, I don't know if you can just see in between that gap, it's like a little watering hole for them. Can't see very clear, I don't want to get too close. Tired. I'm getting tired. This is just lovely. Nice bank holiday walk. At least you won't get lost. Oh yeah, weeds absolutely everywhere. Boat. This is what I'm going to make for breakfast. And then I think today is wash day, so I'm going to get bedding washed and changed. Raymond's at work, bank holiday, so I'm going to enjoy the peace and literally try and get all cleaned up before he gets back. So for anyone that's been watching our videos, you'll see the last week ripping out the bathroom and fitted a new sink, which is still leaking at the minute, so Raymond's got to go and get a new, I don't know what it's called, U-bends, something like that for underneath, so it fits, and finish the tiling on the sink side of the bathroom, and then at least that's the first part completed. Then got to re-tile, well they're not actually tiles, they're like big sheets of they look like tiles and you just glue them onto the wall, so but they're really big sheets, so it's got to measure all that and cut them up and get that fitted. And then we've been looking at showers. The issue we have is the shower trays are not your standard shower tray size that you get in houses. So I did Google and I emailed a company to see how much it would cost to get one specially fitted, and they quoted just under £1,000. So that's saying boat stands for bring out another 1,000. Seems to be ringing true, but there's no way I'm going to pay £1,000 for a shower tray. So we're just continuing looking at the moment. We might have to do with the shower that we've got and just re-tile around it. But we'll see. So again, if anybody knows where you can get specially made shower trays for a whole lot less than £1,000, please stick it in the comments, let me know, because I do want a nice new shower tray, but I can't justify spending £1,000 just on the tray alone. Yeah, it just seems really high. So that's pretty much coming to the end of our walk, just nearly back at the bridge, and hope you've enjoyed it. See you again soon.